So at a certain point, you have a fantastic business, 6 outlets, and then you take the decision to sell that or to close it down. Maybe you can tell us a little bit about that. And how do you then end up starting a totally new business, being Tenzo?
Yeah, it was quite a transition, and it was all on the backdrop also of Brexit, which made the restaurant industry a lot harder to operate in the UK too. But what started happening is my co-founder Adam, who I set up Tenzo with, so we know each other also from back to time where we studied computer science together, and his path post uni was much more reasonable. He went he ended up really in big data and analytics, and I was talking to him about the problems I was having running Hummus Brothers on a day-to-day, which was really this difficulty about making sure that my team had the data they needed to run their business, right? So I was spending crazy amounts of time in Excel, downloading data from my POS, my labor, and my inventory tool, really putting it all into one Excel. And the reason why I was trying to do that is that clearly the GMs in the restaurants didn't have the time to go and log in and check all this data. And really it was difficult for them to really say, okay, well, they didn't have the time to go and manipulate it and say, well, what does this mean? What is this telling me? So I was trying centrally to do all that bit so that they then would receive an Excel that would really make it easier for them to understand what was going on. And as I said, like the difficulty about that is that GMs are typically not gone into the restaurant industry for the love of data. They've gone in for the love of food and hospitality. And what was happening is they were being pulled more and more out of the love of food and hospitality, more into having to look at the data. And so they didn't really like Excel. It was often late, the reports, and often had mistakes because it was done manually. And it was preventing us from growing at Hummus Brothers, because really what it meant that each branch we were adding, there was a lot more centrally that was happening. It was too slow to get to the restaurants, and therefore we were always one step behind, or maybe 5 steps behind of where we should have been, because the teams were either overscheduling or underscheduling, overordering or underordering, or not training the team and not having that feedback fast enough to really be able to tweak the performance to really get to the right place. You know, the restaurant industry is a margin business, right? They don't have these massive margins that they can be like, well, it doesn't matter. Well, it doesn't matter if the day doesn't go well. No, every day matters. Every day you need to be looking at it, and every day you need to be tweaking to make sure you get to the right place.